Hey, how's it going? Today is 7th of February, and we are taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities are available up there. It's Wednesday, as of now, I have covered quite a few opportunities. I was taking a look at potentially collaborative opportunities as well as apprenticeships. That really 13 positions might be open for apprentice when it comes to semiconductors. From there, I have progressed into potentially reaching out to a company looking for intellectual property rights. There would be 200. Yeah, one company would have 200 options available, so I might exercise my option in having agreement, perhaps, or having something right. Then it comes to I don't know, is perhaps with the graphics design and how to do it properly, right? And from there, let's progress into today's video. Would be taking a look at massive contract. Is something that recently was signed within U.S. government and India. We are taking a look at the contract that would value close to 4 billion, $3.9 billion. Let's try to understand this opportunity. Quick note, right? So even in today's videos, right, I'm taking a look at coffee, right? How much coffee will I need to sell in order to make $3.9 billion, right? How much coffee? So I'm just saying, I'm keeping my eyes open, right? While perhaps we're working on the smaller projects, might as well take a look. Let's take a look at some of the bigger ones. Then you can potentially make one sale. Out of just making one, you perhaps you can purchase, I don't know, a house, a car, have a chance of living comfortable life, so to say, just from one contract, right? So that might be some options there. Let's take a look at those as well. While we hustling and selling perhaps coffee to one person at a time, one cup of coffee at a time, 6 cents. Let's take a look at what this was outlined within this article, right? So I have taken a look at different where we're getting our information from. I was taking a look at different media sources, right? I was taking a look at the UK, Europe, US. Let's take a look at India's and how this information might be covered within some of the sources coming from India today. Again, I don't know all the details since all this information has been published in English. So again, but it might be a fun way of taking a look at some of the press releases and how information might be shared within India, right? Within this article, we're gonna take a look at it would be the same information, $3.9 billion. I think it's all only thing what matters. I won't gonna be talking about anything other than the sum of money that was potentially and how many drones were sold. Only thing what matters, what I would like to bring more people's attention to, how that information might be presented. Hopefully, it will be unbiased. Hopefully, since it might be military drones, right? So not necessarily general consumers, right? So there might be some bad things happening, right? Partner murder plot came in the way of mega drone deal with India U.S. senator. The powerful American senator said that powerful. Okay, okay. So there might be. It's just the way how information has been presented, right? So if I was a person who have written it, it would be stationed in India. Since this person would say, powerful American senator said that he gave his backing to a mega drone deal between the US and India only after painstaking discussions with President Joe Biden administration. Okay, okay. So it wasn't easy to get this contract. It's not. Sometimes Turkey didn't had a chance to purchase any of that hardware. By the way, Turkey didn't have a chance. So it's good that perhaps India got it, so to say. Again, it depends. Quickly, right? The powerful U.S. senator has said he ended his objections to the 3.9 billion drone deal with India after months of painstaking discussions with President Joe Biden's administration, which assured him that New Delhi is in commitment to investigating an alleged plot to assassinate. There's a person name, I don't know if that's accurate, so it was allegedly, that's what's plotting, right? I don't know all the details, right? Following the assurance from the administration, right? So it's a lot of happening, right? The move led to the State Department notifying Congress that U.S. government has agreed to sell 31. armed drones to India at estimated cost of 3.9 billion. That's a massive amount, right? Myself, I was trying to take a look at this article and break it apart and take a look at how old the technology is. I think this technology is older than 24 years. I think this is how old this technology is. We'll come back to that in a second, but let's finish this article and let's come back to this technology. I think it's very old. US Thursday approved the sale of 31 MQ-9B armed drones in India at the estimated cost of 3.99 billion, an acquisition that will bolster India's capacity to meet current and or future threats by enabling unmanned surveillance and recognize patrols in the sea lanes of operations. Right. Something that UK is currently looking at. Sea lanes is something that the UK is currently looking at, as well as I don't think money will exchange hands, to be honest. I think they're going to exchange some goods. I think that's what's really going to happen. So that's estimate cost. So that's where it's coming from. So that would be a worth of goods. So perhaps India would give something back for those 31 drones, if that makes sense. Something, I don't know what India produces. Energy? Not necessary, but perhaps there would be some goods that would exchange hands, right? So that would be just a price tag and goods exchange hands, right? Perhaps I don't know what India is producing. Perhaps there will be some goods, perhaps some work that would be carried out. So I think that's what's really gonna happen, right, between those countries. It's something that was highlighted recently with a lot of conflicts, where India would purchase, so to say, a lot of oil, but then they would like to pay back with their local currency. There's nothing to purchase with that currency. That was an issue highlighted, right? I think that's what's really happening. So perhaps there will be some exchanges, I guess. But this article might be way too long. But either way, let's progress. Under the deal, India will get 31 high altitude long endurance HAL UAVs, of which Navy will get 15 Sea Guard drones, with the Army and Indian Air Force will get 8 each of the land versions, Sky Guards. As of now, I think India begin building their own helicopters. So I think they have very good industry when it comes to helicopters. Perhaps in the future they might be considering building their own drones as well. That's most of the article, but I want to be taking a look at more in detail about everything that's happening. I have done so much research recently and last few months or so, trying to understand everything that's happening within India. Just because I was taking a look at the entire military hardware, and a large percentage is not coming from West. There are some hardware, but not a lot bigger percentage is coming from different parts, not necessarily from US. This is what my research, right? I don't know if it's accurate, right? But either way, let's progress on what I'm interested in. Some of those drones, right? I was taking a look at perhaps what kind of drones UK is using, and Europe as of now. I was taking a look at those, and or at least the information I was managed to find. That would be 24 or so years old drones, right? But let's take a look at these drones and how old those hardware technologies are. It would be flying platform. I think that's another way of where you can potentially attach a lot of things to. So what you would like to do with this platform? Do you like to do surveillance? Do you want to arm with some missiles or something? Many things that you can, or many people can do on top of those platforms, right? So let's try to understand how old this platform is. Myself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published a book, How the Game Starts. In this book, I'm taking a look and I'm looking to share as much information as I can when it comes to building a company. That would be some of the important concepts that many people would need to understand, as well as myself. I'm spending some time talking with the people, coaching, so to say, or mentoring people, and I see a lot of gaps in their own understanding. So that would be just the reason why they haven't read this book. But either way. But that would be just myself trying to bring everyone up to speed of what was required and how many people can think about a business, and what some of the concepts might be. Doing a lot of research and trying to understand it. From there, progressing into taking action and begin establishing a company, acquiring customers, and from there, progressing into reinvesting resources and in different ventures, and how you can potentially do that. You can find it QR code in the corner. Come on the start side below. very similar systems. One that I was taking a look at yesterday. Well, I was taking a look at RQ4 Global Hawk system. I was taking a look at it. Just somebody was sent it to me, right? And I have seen UK's flag on it, but I don't think it's been developed by UK. But either way, so that was about 24 years old system. Introduction 2021. Okay, even perhaps before that. Production began 1998 until present day. So many years, many moons, right? And let's take a look at this system. That would be MQ-9 Raptor or Predator B, right? And this system is a 23 years old system. So this is how old some of the systems are. And again, Royal Air Force, so perhaps that would be UK as well, might use similar systems, right? As well as Italians and US, right? Whereas the different governments taking part in developing some of these technologies, right? And it's very old technology. But still, there was some back and forward before selling some of that technology to others, and I think it was how many, 35 or something, 31 systems was sold. I don't know. Perhaps the initial investment of building those systems have taken a lot of resources, and now people perhaps are looking to recoup back some of those resources, right? But either way. So that was just an example of some of the massive contracts and something that was released very recently, middle of last month. I think it was somewhere around that period, February 3rd, 4 days ago. Oh, okay. This announcement was made 4 days ago, but perhaps it's just because they weren't sure if this contract won't fall apart, right? So perhaps as of now, there might be things go into effect, right? But either way, let's close on that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one.